again, we're talking about literal teaching versus the philosophical part. I had kind of mentioned that, and that's what Shan had kind of touched back on, because he was saying, "Yo, no, we're talking about the physically. Are you interested in learning how this mic and how many ohms and what kind of, and is it a USB-C versus micro USB-C connection?" Women don't care about that kind of stuff. The literal part about it, but the philosophical part about it is she wants to know that you know. So in the event that she has any issues, she can always come to you for her answers. There's that. But the thing that Ricky said, in Rick.
Look at God. Look at God.
All my screens just freaked out. What was that?
What's wrong with that?
You were saying, sir?
What the hell?
God.
Okay, everybody's back.
Chuckle a minute.
Huh?
I'll chuckle a minute. I swear.
Rick, you were saying what happens when the learning stops?
You guys are men. You like to talk to men. So
Hold on.
you don't like
Hold
to
on,
talk
Hold on, Be cold.
This turns into one of them Kevin Samuels situations where she just be going. He put on. Rick, you said what happens when the learning does the learning ever stop though? Rick, you think it gets to the point? I think it's enough information in this world that the learning never really stops. For instance, I give you some examples.
Right.
Even in marriage, even in a marriage, and I get you, because marriage is about repetition. It is about consistency. It's about the same thing day in and day out, and being fine with that, because that is where you find the solitude in longevity. But we also have a 60% divorce rate, and then half the people that still married ain't happy.
I don't.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that's not happy in their marriage. Now, without getting into that, there's still enough information out there that people should always be learning. 2017, everybody all of a sudden learned about what Bitcoin was. And all of a sudden, we got a whole new industry and a whole new set of people learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and trading and learning how to do new things. Then came a new streams of revenue when the internet came up, and everybody suddenly was creating online stores. And when when real estate suddenly became available to people that thought that they couldn't ever get into real estate. There's a lot of stuff out there, Rick, that even in a marriage, don't you agree, or wouldn't you agree, Ricky, that there's a lot more for people to learn if they're interested in learning it, and that when they get married and get used to each other, and after a certain amount of years, well, doesn't matter that the world is moving forward and AI is here and electric cars and smart and new phones and new equipment and new ways of living and new places to go. We just gonna be right here where we're comfortable, and that's it. I think the learning never stops for anybody.
Right.
And if the learning doesn't stop, Rick, I would imagine, being the head of the household, that the information is gonna come through you and then get disseminated down to the people that's up under your fold. It's gonna, baby, let me figure, we going on a cruise? Let me learn about this boat. Because I know we're going to take the Princess Cruise or we're going to go on the Carnival Cruise. I'm not sure. Let me figure that out. Yes, babe, you got that. And then you go and learn this because you guys are getting ready to do something new. And then you say, listen, we're going on this cruise for this many days because we're going to hit Ensenada. Then we're going to hit Tijuana. Then we're going to hit this other spot. Then we could stop over at Catalina Island. This boat got a better, and it's cheaper. It's $100 cheaper. You're going to learn all of that kind of stuff. Or going on a different trip. It doesn't matter what it is. The next car you buy, who's going to do the information gathering to figure out what car you buy?
Yeah.
Well, this car has this kind of information in it.
Okay.
Some kind of learning. No,
okay, you got it. But I appreciate the literal, right? But let's jump back into real life, right? When I say I'm gonna go get a car, right? My wife don't give a damn. She don't want to know about all she want to know is how to play the radio and where the key go.
Straight up.
Right? Stop with the bullshit. Right? Again, y'all didn't hear what I said, right? You did everything already, my guy. See, y'all can't fathom it because you're not there yet. You see what I'm saying? You're not there yet. It's going to be only so many cruises, only so many flights, only so many road trips, only so many cryptocurrencies, only so many insurances, only so many stocks. Right? You're not going to give a damn about that stuff at the end of the day, bro. It ain't nothing to look. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, again, if y'all want to take it literal, hey, you know, these new shoes come out and they lace themselves up. You know, you push the remote. You got to learn that. Cool. Y'all can take that to the bank. Knock yourselves out. Right? But I'm talking about as far as life. It's going to come in time. If you're in a relationship long enough, if you're with somebody long enough, it's going to come a time where it's nothing to learn about each other. You're going to know each other. There's nothing else to learn outside of what you guys need to do. Now, again, I understand y'all the creme de la creme, right? Educated bachelors, you know, Screen Guild, y'all want to see the best of the best. Right? But it doesn't matter how much money you had, right? At the end of the day, if you with a person long enough, those things are going to become mundane. You have to learn to be happy within your space. You're going to have to learn to be happy to be bored sometimes.
I was going to say, and I was going to add to
I guess my thing is I'm 51, Rick, and I watch my parents do. They're excited about everything new still, all the way to my father's death at 80 years old. And I get what you're saying. You know what? It's going to be boring. And you talk about the creme de la, but maybe there's an advantage in that creme de la creme, because that's exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said if you're a boring, black people are boring, and black people need to get out of their neighborhood, get outside, and start doing more than just the regular ass shit that we do day in and day out, so we can see how much more things that we can learn out there.
But to your point.
So again, ain't nobody listening. I just said you're gonna do all those things already, Shannon. I'm 20 years in, my guy. Listen to what I'm saying. I ain't knocking what none of y'all saying. It's facts, but that's the beginning, right? That's during the trip. It's the journey that what counts, right? But I'm talking about when you get into it, when you get at the end of the line, bro, when you get to the point where y'all comfortable with each other, there's nothing else left. There's nothing else to learn. So to have, hold on. So to address, to have this fantasy that every day there's going to be something exciting and new on the love boat. That's a fallacy. That means you're chasing something that you're not going to be able to ever achieve.
And the fact that you put that expectation on the person, because it's one thing, for instance, like you said, Shannon, you said your parents is excited about everything that they learn new. That don't mean that they have an expectation that they're going to learn something new. They cool where they are.
I'm not talking about expectation.
Right, but they're cool where they are, but they love to see new stuff. It's fun, and they're like, yeah, I like the, man, you show me how to use that phone. That don't mean that they were unhappy with the fact that they didn't know about that phone before. They were cool where they were, and it was just exciting to learn something new.
We going mad off the deep end with this, bro. All we're saying is that women are attracted to niggas that could teach them something. We're not trying to say their whole life depends on, and in 20 years you're gonna have a million things. No, we making a simple statement that listen, if you could teach a woman something, it's beneficial. That's it, bro. Like, I don't understand why y'all making it so extra, bro. Like,
you just heard a woman say, I want to learn something brand new every day. There's something to learn every single day. I want to learn something every single day. And without that,
you should be learning something every day. If you're not learning something new every day, then I don't know what kind of life you living, bro. I read new articles, read new information every day. First off, any man worth his salt, should be exponentially increasing his game, which is his knowledge every single day. You should be reading, you should be watching interviews, you should be studying, you should be having conversations with you should be constantly learning. And if you're a man who's constantly learning, then you'll constantly have some new game to share with a woman. So I don't understand why this is such a difficult conversation.
Why was your great-grandfather successful?
What?
Because he didn't learn new shit every single day. He knew how to do the same shit every single day and just got really good at it.
Wait, you said why? Who's successful?
Why was your great-grandfather so damn successful? We're failing.
You don't think your grandfather learned new stuff every day?
He just knew how to do the same
we didn't evolve in technology. You guys think? Are you kidding me? What you basically saying is I was cool with a flip phone, so fuck an iPhone and fuck the iPhone, fuck the new technology. This was me call. All I need is
That's not what I
device to
said.
allow me to call the next
That's
person,
not
and
this
I'm
man.
good.
That's not what I
Listen,
said.
How that works?
That's
not what I said.
YouTube literally
Oh,
exists
stop.
because people want to learn new information. So I don't understand why it's so
Yeah,
hard to understand that women want to learn new information.
Hold tight, y'all.
Allow us to come together and have a show.